here to bring you yet another innovation from RockSolid Floors. RockSolid Floors Moisture Stop. Awesome product if you've got any concerns of moisture. Also a great primer for all of our existing floor coatings. Now Ben's going to go through some of the technical aspects of this product.
Yeah, so Moisture Stop is a non-film forming deep penetrating sealer, and basically what that means is that the product itself will not form a film on the surface, so it's not going to transform the look of your concrete.
Sure, it doesn't change the color, it doesn't make it shiny or glossy or anything like that.
Correct, correct. And what it does is basically soaks in deep into the concrete and reacts with the calcium and lime, and it causes all the pores and the capillaries that are in the concrete to swell shut.
Sure.
Therefore densifying and kind of creating a vapor barrier.
Okay.
And so ideal for new concrete or old concrete or concrete that's sweating. It prohibits and diminishes the amount of shrinkage cracks of new concrete or old concrete, and also spalling and things like that.
Sure, because as this actually penetrates within this concrete, you say it's bonding with it, right? So instead of, like you say, sitting on top of the concrete, this is actually going within the pores and reacting with the concrete itself.
Correct, yep, and it chemically changes it permanently. It's not something that will wear away over time.
So this would be a great product to prevent like salt damage and spalling like the winter that we just had, where moisture is getting inside the pores, freezing, expanding, and destroying your sidewalk, for example. Right?
Yep, it prolongs the life of regular concrete.
Okay, so what about cinder block walls? Let's say I got a basement and I've got some moisture issues, or it's damp down there. Would this be a great product for that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very versatile in its application method, so you can spray, roll, or brush apply this product. It can be put on vertical surfaces, like you said, as block walls in a basement. If you've got concrete sweating, or you've got sweating that happens in the basement, this is something that would prohibit that from happening. It wouldn't necessarily eliminate it. That's more of a waterproofing barrier.
Sure.
This is more of a treatment, and this is something that you would do prior to an application of a waterproofing barrier.
But again, this would work indoor, outdoors applications. Again, cinder block walls, and an awesome primer for any of our RockSolid Floors coatings.
It is that time.
RockSolid Floors is about innovation. We're here to bring you RockSolid Floors Oil Destroyer, a general purpose degreaser and cleaner, basically an industrial product on steroids. Ben's going to go over some of the uses of this product.
Yeah, so Oil Destroyer, the first thing is that it starts acting immediately, so it's not something you have to mix with anything else.
Sure.
So you can pour it right out of the bucket.
Ease of use again.
Yep. Great for any petroleum-based stains, oil, gas, hydraulic, brake fluid, anything like that.
Sure.
Works great for silicone. That's one of the main purposes of Oil Destroyer, because silicone is one of those contaminants in concrete that you can't see or smell, but it does soak into your concrete.
Right, something like from a tire dressing.
Yeah, an Armor All tire dressing, stuff like that.
Sure.
So Oil Destroyer will take care of those contaminants in concrete. One of the other great uses for it is for grease.
Yep.
So restaurants, citric, grimy floors, anything like that. This will take care of it.
So a general purpose cleaner again.
Engine cleaner.
Yep. Citric-based, has a nice smell to it, easy to use, right?
Yes.
And works immediately. So,
absolutely.
Okay, here you have it, another innovation from RockSolid Floors.
It is that time.
Here to introduce the RockSolid Floors Wood Care products, the RockSolid Floors Stripper and the RockSolid Floors Cleaner and Brightener. Now Ben can go over some of the attributes of the products today.
Yeah, so the wood stripper is designed to be used to eliminate previous latex, oil, or water-based paints or stains that are on any type of wood surface, mainly decks. The key attributes to this product is that it is eco-safe, very easy to use, and it's bleach-free. Very fast-acting product as well. So the first step in always removing any sort of paint or stain is that you need some sort of chemical to do that. You can do it with pressure washing, or you can do it faster by using a product like the wood stripper.
Okay, and then the cleaner brightener supports this for a number of reasons as well, but more importantly, it neutralizes the chemicals utilized to strip this product, correct?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So once you strip the existing paint or stain, the next step would typically be to brighten or to get the wood back to normal or to looking fresh and new, and also to neutralize whatever chemicals were used in the stripping process. The cleaner and brightener will do both.
Sure, and for a situation where you don't even have a stain or a paint on your deck or fence, you can use this as a maintenance product as well.
Yeah, for old, worn looking wood, that's weathered or has, the mold or mildew or grime that's kind of in the grains, you can use the cleaner and brightener to brighten up that wood to make it look fresh and new again.
Super. All right, well there you have it, another innovation from RockSolid Floors. Bringing you another innovation, RockSolid Floors Concrete Coating. It's a water-based product. It's tintable to over 50 colors, fortified with aluminum oxide, and it's a roll-on product. Now Ben's going to go over some of the key attributes of this product today.
Yeah, as you said, it's a roll-on product, so very, very easy to use. It's a 6X product, which means it's 6 times thicker than paint.
Sure.
Provides a nice thick mill surface for many years of use. It's, as you said, fortified with aluminum oxide, which provides a nice slip resistance to the coating.
Sure.
Also, the aluminum oxide provides UV resistance, so this is completely UV stable.
So this is a great product for a concrete sidewalk, concrete patios.
Absolutely, yep. That's what it's designed to be used for. So those stoop steps, patios, sidewalks, and obviously anything exterior concrete-wise that you want to transform into a solid color system.
And a lifetime product and another innovation from RockSolid Floors. Introducing you to the RockSolid Floors exterior concrete repair products. We have the RockSolid Floors Crack and Patch and the RockSolid Floors Putty Patch. Extremely easy to use. You literally mix the product in the bag, just add water and mold it together. Ben's going to go over some of the key attributes of these products.
Yeah, so the Crack and Patch is designed for more minor, spalls and cracks and things like that. The Crack and Patch is ideal, actually, used for anything repitching or self-leveling type material. Self-leveling in nature that you still need to use a trowel to make sure that you're getting it level, but the point is that it's used for more minor cracks and spalls. Like
this sample here has some what you would call spalling, some of the surfaces missing, if you will, minor imperfections, and again you're just troweling this flat.
Yep, and it can be buildable, at half-inch lifts at a time. So if you've got half-inch spalls, half-inch deep spalls, or half-inch wide by half-inch deep cracks, the crack and patch is the product for you.
So what about the putty patch? What do we use this for?
Yeah, so the putty patch is a moldable. It's like almost like Play-Doh. So you're mixing it again in the pouch. You can form it, you mix it with your hands, and you can apply it literally with your hands to reshape, unique shapes like stairs.
Sure, like if
that.
this sample here, for example, we have like a large section missing. We can literally mold this up like clay, if you will.
Yep.
Mold it and then shave it, and we're good to go.
Absolutely. Okay. And after the initial set, basically you can take a trowel or a putty knife and you can shape it exactly to what you need to do. The benefits of this product is that it can be put on horizontal, vertical, or even overhead. Okay. It will stick overhead. And we've actually had some people that have used it to reaffix tile or stone to the front of
stones that have fallen off,
of their house. Yes.
Sure.
So again, this product here can be put 7 inches thick, which is much different than the crack and patch at only half-inch lifts, and both of them cure harder than concrete. So they're wonderful repair products.
Right, and a great beginning for the RockSolid concrete coating.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So there you have it, another innovation from RockSolid Floors. Here are introducing to the RockSolid Floors Polycuramine Garage Coat Kit. Each kit will go 250 square feet based on polycuramine technology. Kit includes 1 burst pouch, our patented burst pouch system. You also get the etch that you need to etch the floor with, 1 bag of decorative chips, written instructions, and the foam roller. Now the foam roller actually acts like a squeegee. Okay, it's meant to help you get that spread rate of 250 square feet. You don't pour this into a pan. The product is poured directly out of the pouch onto the floor utilizing the squeegee. Now when we talk about the decorative chips, what comes in the kit is enough chips to actually give you the look of what we call a partial chip floor. Okay, sparingly distributed. All right. Now when it comes to the polycuramine technology, Ben's going to bring us up to speed on that.
Yeah, so polycuramine is a mixture of different chemistries, and they're all blended together to create a unique, flexible, fast curing, buildable product that really doesn't exist on the market today.
Right, so if you have some small imperfections, you could actually build the coating over those, correct?
Yep, there's a varying, spread rate that you can use. Obviously, the 250 square feet per kit is designed over, good sound substrates, but if your substrate's more beat up, you can put this on thicker to make more of a sheet of glass look if that's what you're looking for.
Sure, again, we have a pre-tinted pouch. Product comes in tan, gray, or mocha. You basically would burst the pouch, shake it up, pour on the floor, and roll it out. It's that easy.
It is that simple.
Okay, now we want to talk about an additional system that you can add to the RockSolid garage coat, which is what we call our heavy broadcast system. Okay, and again, utilizing the kit that you just bought, you would add an additional 2.5 pounds of chip, and this is what we call a heavy broadcast system. Now with this system, the top coat is required, correct?
Correct. Yep, and the main reason for that is the decorative chips, although they do add slip resistance to the floor, what they do not have is chemical or stain resistance.
Right, so you're basically encapsulating all these chips with that clear coat.
Exactly.
Okay,
yep.
Okay. So let's say I want additional protection because I've got, let's say, a shop or a handyman environment. I know we're going to want to add some anti-slip because we're not going to use all these chips. We want maybe just a solid gray floor. What about some anti-slip for that?
Yep, and the clear top coat is a great addition to the floor system no matter what. Just going to provide more gloss. It's going to provide another layer, wear layer, to make that floor last even longer and look nicer for longer. With the addition of the top coat, I definitely recommend using anti-slip.
Sure.
you don't want to have any slips or falls on a floor, and with the addition of a coating system, especially a clear coat, that can happen. So that's why we do recommend putting the anti-slip into the pouch, into the mixed material, and then you would pour that into a pan and roll that out with a 3/8 snap roller, and you come up with a very nice anti-slip, non-skid surface.
Sure, and at the core, the anti-slip actually is aluminum oxide, which suspends in the coating and gives you that great anti-slip, but also adds some additional durability as well.
Correct, and most of competitive products as far as anti-slip go is usually waxes, a blend of different waxes that are not as durable, that wear away faster. This stuff will not wear away.
Sure. So you have the RockSolid Floors polycuramine garage coat systems. Impervious to all chemicals, virtually odor-free, great for indoor uses, basements as well, and the additional top coat kit. So there you have it, another innovation from RockSolid Floors. Here to introduce you today to the RockSolid Floors polycuramine interior floor coating program. Again, based on polycuramine technology, you start with a clear base. Now what comes in this kit is the polycuramine patented burst pouch, one paint stick, and a set of instructions. And again, now this is the base of a multitude of systems, which includes your clear top coat. So we have a metallic system, we have the color system, and the chip system. And now Ben's going to go over some of the technology that drives this.
Yeah, so polycuramine is a coating system that basically you can put down and build, so you can fill in minor imperfections. It's a flexible coating, so it can withstand impact resistance and the flex that concrete takes, or wood or tile.
Sure.
And it's impervious to all coatings, but maybe the biggest one is that it's VOC free and odor free, so it can be installed inside.
So you don't need a hazmat suit to put this down. You don't have to have the power fans going to ventilate the house. And
correct.
So again, something you could do during the winter months because the windows are closed. Again, basically no smell. Perfect for indoor use.
Right, and at 96% solids, basically what you put down is what you get. Unlike other coatings, other coating systems that are water-based or even solvent-based that are much less solids content.
Sure.
So you're getting what you pay for, and you can do a variety of different systems, which makes polycuramine a very, very versatile coating system.
So why don't you go over how we actually assemble these kits, if you will. So if you're choosing, per se, a metallic system, I said we have some recipe cards.
Yeah, so at the store, basically you purchase, as you said, your diamond coat box, which you get your pouch with. In addition to that, based on the recipe cards, I'm going to purchase 1 jar of metallic to go along with the box.
Sure.
I'm going to purchase a polyamide roller that will be specific for the metallic system. And if need be, I'm going to purchase the anti-slip to go along with it. But those are the items needed to do the metallic system.
Sure. So again, going back to one of our core attributes of RockSolid Floors, ease of use. We have a burst pouch. There's no measuring. The mixing is done with inside the pouch. You mix this up, pour it into a bucket. You add your metallic powder, spin it up, and pour it on the floor and roll it out. It's that easy.
It is that easy. Yep.
So again, with the other two systems, you have a recipe card.
Recipe card for the color system. So the color system, again, I'm going to buy a diamond coat box. I'm going to buy a color box that has both my colors in it.
Sure.
And then I'm going to buy the roller and pan kit.
Yep.
And I'll be able to coat 250 square feet with that.
So again, you have what's like a full finish here, if you will, right? And you're basically, combining two colors, right? And the colors in the box, we take all the thinking out of, again, ease of use.
Correct. Yep. And so with the solid color system, again, follows the same recipe card. We've got our diamond coat box. We've got our color shot. We've got a 2.5 pound box of chip if we want to put chip in,
Yep.
or we can leave
It's
it
optional.
as a solid color.
Yep.
The anti-slip again if we want to do that.
Yep.
And then we need to purchase a foam roller.
Sure.
And that's all dispelled on the recipe card, and again, ease of use.
So what about square footage rates for these different kits?
Yeah, great question. So 125 square feet per kit with the metallic.
Okay, because that goes down really thick to obtain that look, if you will.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. 250 square feet for the color system, and 250 square feet on the chip system. That does change if people are choosing to do block wall, like in a basement or something like that. That's going to change to 175 square feet per kit.
All right, as we talk about the RockSolid color system, it has a unique delivery system. Again, we have two colors. We have a unique roller head that actually is separated, and a pan that would house individual colors. So basically you have a light and a dark color, and you're rolling in a random pattern, right, Ben?
Correct. Yep. And the beauty of that system is that it is uniformly random. So it's really difficult to mess up, if you will, from an install standpoint. So, be creative with it. Do what you want with it. Put the two colors on the floor. There is a technique that if you're trying to mimic what the samples are, the live samples are that you see, those are the ones that you'll see in the video and are written out for you.
All right, so there you have it. Another innovation from RockSolid Floors.